wanna run away. I think I'll go back to that place I stay. Play on the server the TimeShot way. Hello people, it's Poet, and we are back on TimeShot. I have a banner missing because I was actually going to duplicate them, and now I have completely forgotten where those banners went. What? What? Oh, what the heck happened there? A weird second door appeared, like, through the other door. And as a result, it knocked off my other item frames. That's weird. Got that right? Yeah, right. Okay, so anyway, I lost that banner. I don't know where it possibly went. I have just blank banners here. Invisibility potions from MK's stream. I made way too many doors. I made new dark oak doors, and then I realized that I didn't need them. Diamonds, I got those from Wyn, who in exchange took about half of my gold blocks for a project she's working on. I am currently wearing, a lot of people have made comment about my, not people in the comments on YouTube, but like people on the server have made comment about my purple shirt that I've been wearing. Just wearing it for fun more than anything. It's just a Protection 3 leather shirt, but this is the Paradisio tunic. That was my battle tunic from Zeshin's battle pyramid thing, and I picked it up because, well, I just wanted it. I'll be honest. I'm looking for books, maybe in here. No, I don't have any enchanted books. That sounds weird to me. That feels kind of weird. Don't need that there, actually. I saw that I had another similar sword right in here. Alright. Don't have any enchanted books. I was going to get an Unbreaking and put Unbreaking on here because it's pretty damaged. Wonder if I could make... It uses up so much leather. I have a lot, but I want to just kind of save it. I wonder if I could repair this leather tunic until I get some kind of Unbreaking enchantment on it. Yep. 9 levels? Yikes. And I'll call it... I'll rename it... Poet Tunic. Right, there we go. Left me with 2 levels. The renaming took another level. No pranks in the sky, right? Good. Alright. So, today... Oh, I'm going to need some signs. Today, I got new donations again, which I'm excited about. I need some food because I'm starving. So maybe I'll grab that first as well. Change the door because I just like the different color of door. I'm going to run to Magnius Farm and grab some bread, grab some wheat, which I have been grabbing there for a while now. It's kind of my primary source of food. I really need a path cutting through the forest here. I run this way constantly. Constantly. I never use that other path, and that other path needs to get ripped up anyway. I might just make myself a different path that runs this way through the forest. Might make a little bit more sense. Mania's Farm, let's see. Fabe's online, but he's AFK. He's basically, to give you, well, wow, look, he's died a few more times, actually, since the last time I saw him on, even. Anyway, he is online almost constantly. I think just getting the iron golem farm pumping iron out. I don't really know. I don't know why he needs as much iron as he does. I know that he uses it quite a lot in building. But Fabe is an interesting guy, I'll say. He has a problem using the Enderman farm. He always has said that. Like, he doesn't want to use the Ender farm because it's too cheaty, is what he says. Well, I don't want to use the Enderman farm because you just instantly get levels, and then there's no challenge left in getting levels, and you get all the fully enchanted armor, and it's just, you know, I see his point, and that's for the same reason why I kind of have an issue with those kinds of automated farms. But then he goes and he automates like literally every other aspect of Minecraft in his base to the point where he can just AFK for days and get tons and tons and tons and tons of iron. Something about that feels a little bit more cheaty than even getting the levels to me. I don't know. There's something about that. It doesn't seem... Like, if you have a problem getting levels, you'd think that you'd have a problem getting free iron, basically, without any effort. Just the same. Or free slime balls, for example. Or free arrows and bone meal and free food from your villager farm. And, you know, I guess if the only thing you have left is the gaining of levels, then I guess I can see that point. I suppose. Gotta have one difficult thing in the game, I guess, at the end of the day. So there we go. We've got all of that done. And usually what I do, I use up 2 stacks, so I get about 42 bread. And I put literally all the surplus in here, which kind of restocks it for everyone else. Which I think is fair, because other people use the farm too. It's not really stocked up as much as it was now that Wyn doesn't come to her spawn area house very often. She used to come online and go down there literally, I think, every single time she was online, and would just harvest it, put all the bread into the chests. And nobody has really done it since her, so I've kind of taken up the mantle, if that's the right term for it. I've taken the reins, maybe is a better word for it, and started filling up those chests just so that people can come by, take what they need, a couple stacks of bread, for example, and they don't need to necessarily worry too much about harvesting what's there. Okay, so today, gotta get those donations done. Gotta get them done. Just got to. So I got a couple corrections, I think. A new donation and an addition. So a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to take a look at. And then what I want to do is work on this tunnel a bit, which I may not even get to working on it right now. I might just have to do some resource gathering more than anything, which is a possibility. Let's see. What do I need to do? I need possibly that. What are my limits? 100 to that. 50 is gold. Okay. I'm just going to grab a gold block just in case I don't already have one. And I'm going to grab that just in case as well. I don't know what I'll need, so I'm just grabbing everything. And then I'll figure it out as I go. Alright. So, start with the addition. Now, let's see where this one possibly was. They told me... Ah, there it is. Aha! 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 That is why... Perfect. Okay, perfect. So, Jordy donated again. He made the math very easy for me. So, let's do this. Jordy. $100 now. Bam! And that means, of course, that is getting replaced, my friends. Bam! Ah, so cool! So cool. So, his message was very simple. Just hearts. That's it. And then he told me that he was one of the early donators. I think I knew that. I think I remembered that. That he was one of the, like the third one, I think, if that was the order. No. This guy was the first one. That's why he's got a redstone block. And then I think the order was just kind of along this line, and then it went this way. I think that's how it went. So one of the first, though. And he's donated another $50. And so he gets a diamond block. Very, very cool. That's the second diamond block in this whole complex. This entire area. Yes, I know. I haven't gotten back to working on this whole thing yet. So you can see that it's just kind of still kind of where I left it the last time we were down here. I haven't actually really been on the server except to take care of that prank in the last video since. So, you know. Anyway, thank you so much, Jordy. Hearts back to you. 50% of all donations goes to charity. Basically, 100% goes to charity because I haven't used the money. Let's see. Okay, so we got a correction to make. So let's see where that one might be. I think it's actually in the Dino Donor Hall. And again, if you want corrections made, if you donate to me and you say, hey, wait a minute, you put the wrong name, you can just send me a message on YouTube and give me the email that you used for PayPal so that I know it's legit. And I will go and change that name for you to whatever you want. This was one where they changed their mind about what they wanted to say, I think. So let me see. Where could it be? No. Jordy again. Man, you're a charitable guy, aren't you? Ah, here it is. Too much fun. So the name is changing to James V. And you will remember that name is the one who donated the $100 before as well. In this room, I don't combine them because this is kind of a special room. You know, it was part of the donation. Like, to be exclusive in this room, that was the donation. So I can never add to this room. I can never change this room. It is what it is. Well, I'll finish the room. I'll make it look pretty. But that's why he's in there, and he's also in here. This one? Yeah, this one. So that's him again. Now on to the newest one. Oh, and thank you just for telling me that. I appreciate it. So this one is that, and click there. And this one, again, is from... This one's from Anthony N. And again, like I said just a second ago, if you want that to change, let me know. Just use the email that you have on PayPal. Send me a message. I will change that to whatever adorable name you have. I spelt it right? Yeah, I did. Anthony N. $2. Thank you so much. Whether it's $100, whether it's $2, whether it's 50 cents. I appreciate it all. It means just as much. Thank you so much. 50% of all donations goes directly to charity, like I just said a minute ago too. Steve T. This one's changing. I almost forgot. To When Pigs Fly 116. And what was that? $10, I think it said. So thank you so much for letting me know. Now, when I was doing this one before for our buddy When Pigs Fly 116, the message got cut off. So basically, if you send me a message on PayPal, you kind of have to think of it like Twitter. Like, you can say a quick message like, "Oh my God, Poet, I love your videos, it's so amazing," and that'll be all that you can write. They had a longer message, so they had to actually email it to me. And it said, "Poet, I would like to thank you for making amazing videos every day. Me and my brother have watched your Minecraft Dinosaur series from the beginning, and we have enjoyed every minute of it. I would like to also thank you for being such an inspiration to everyone. In fact, you have inspired me to record videos to YouTube, and I have met a lot of amazing people. Thank you for all that you have done. I am so glad to be finally able to give you something in return for your amazing content. I hope this donation helps. Keep building." Thank you so much for that very heartfelt message. I appreciate it so much. I mean, you guys have been so charitable lately. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I don't know what's going through your crazy heads, but I've gotten like, it's like every week now I'm getting donations, and it's just, it's so amazing. It means a lot to me, you guys. It really does. So thank you very much. Donation link is in the description of TimeShot videos only. I definitely don't ever ask for donations. It's only, of course, if you can afford it, when you can give it. And like I said, 50% of it goes to a great place. The other 50% going to myself to support myself doing YouTube, not anything else. Not for paying for my Minecon trip or things like that. Vacations and the like. Not that I ever go on vacation, but, you know, goes to a good place regardless. And I appreciate every little thing that I get. It means so much. Oh, I'm blabbering on. I'm blabbering. But let's see. Today, like I was saying, I wanted to work on... What will I do here? Iron chest piece, because I'll never use that for anything. There we go. I'm going to work on that tunnel downwards, but I have to do maybe a little bit of resource gathering. It really depends on what I got here. I think this should be more than enough, actually. Put these away. The Jake Scrubs, I'm going to put this away temporarily. Should be actually more than enough just to get me started. And today I wanted to talk about maturity. Yeah, you heard me right. Maturity. So this kind of came up after something that happened to me on Hypixel. Gotta light this place up a little bit more. Mobs spawn down here constantly, so I'm gonna light it up. I was on Hypixel the other day, and these two people were arguing. Now, here's their argument, because I'll give you full disclosure over what they were arguing about. I wasn't involved, and apparently I joined the conversation like extraordinarily late anyway. But the gist of it was that one person called another person gay. And as I think most of you, if not all of you, know and should know, that's kind of inappropriate for today's world, you know? Like, nobody says that anymore. You're gay. Yeah, that's really offensive. Thanks. You know? It's such an old way of insulting people that doesn't really, in my opinion, hold much threat anymore. Like, I guess there used to be this really negative stigma on being gay, and I suppose to a point there still is for some people, but it's such an immature thing to say these days. I mean, it's like, I don't know. You guys know what I mean, though. It doesn't really, it's not even that insulting anymore. I don't know. So anyway, thing is, it's still not something that people should say. You know, it's not really appropriate, and it can still be hurtful, you know. So one guy called another guy gay, but those weren't the people who were arguing. That was the thing that really kind of got to me for a second, was like, wait a minute, you weren't even the one who was insulted, but he was defending, I guess, people who are homosexual, and maybe just kind of trying to defend the point that comments like that are outdated and old, and that nobody really uses them as insults anymore, and the like. But here's the thing. So he was not the guy who was insulted, but he was defending the guy who was insulted. So you had one guy who called another person a name, so basically just name calling. And then another guy who was coming to his defense because he thought that that was very inappropriate. So the one guy who was defending the person who was insulted, he was actually getting pretty threatening. Like, to the point where he was saying, I'm going to kill you. As you know, those kinds of things, those kinds of comments are not allowed generally anywhere either. Death threats are taken extraordinarily seriously, especially on a site like Hypixel. They will ban you. If you tell someone, I'm going to kill you, they will ban you. Like, that's the fact. Kind of no second chances about it. That's an inappropriate thing to say. You don't know what a person's mental state could be. You don't know how fragile they might be in that moment. And, you know, it could really do a lot of harm telling someone something like that. So, it's not allowed. This guy was going that far, though. He was saying, like, you will die for saying words like that, you know? And the other guy's like, words don't kill people. And he's like, yes, they do. Live in the real world. I'm going to kill you for what you said. You know, things like that. And it was just getting ridiculous. And I was just a silent observer, kind of just hanging out in one of the lobbies. Just kind of chilling. Looking through different warlords items and things like that. And I was watching this happen. And the one guy... So, one guy was kind of wrong in that he said what he said. Then the other guy was wrong in what he said. But the thing was that they didn't stop. They weren't stopping. It was going on and on and on and on and on to the point where I started to get a little bit irritated about it. It was like, eventually, I finally had enough. And I said, you know, both of you shut up. Shut up! I didn't really say it that way. In fact, I actually said it very politely, which is rare for me, I'll tell you. When I see a rant going on and I think that I can get involved in some kind of a rant, I'm going to go full bore. I won't stop. I won't. Usually I will just tell them, shut up. But this time I was very polite about it. And in fact, I just said, you know, why don't you two, you obviously are like, it's one argument falling upon deaf ears and another argument falling upon deaf ears. Neither was winning their battle. Neither was insulting the other one. They were both insulting each other, but neither was like winning some kind of an argument. They were both just like completely closed-minded in their arguments. One was saying that I can say whatever I want about a guy, whether it's insulting or not. The other guy was saying, well, so can I, and I'm going to kill you for what you said. You know, and like, it just, nobody was winning. So I actually went and I said something like, you know, why don't you both just cool down? Obviously, there aren't any winners in this conversation. You know, just leave each other alone. Go elsewhere. You know, find something else to do. Find something better to do. Because it's frustrating to listen to. You know, it's like listening to two squawking hens. And that's exactly how I worded it. Now, what a wise person would probably do is think about what they said and say, you know what, you know, maybe he's right. Maybe he has a point. I could cool down. I'm really mad right now, but clearly I'm not getting through to this other person, whether they think you're right or not. You know, I think that it's time for me to just leave, go to a different lobby, cool down, maybe close Minecraft, take a break, whatever it is. Just go do something else. But the thing was that they started arguing with me. And it was like a really shocking moment. Like they started saying, oh yeah, well if that's the one guy who was saying I'm going to kill you. The guy who was defending the what would you call that? Just harassment, I guess. He started to attack me for just saying something very innocent like that. Like, I could have been more vulgar. I could have said, you know, shut your pie hole, because nobody wants to hear your arguments. But I actually said it exactly as I said it, you know, like, you guys need to just cool down, because clearly nobody's winning this argument. go somewhere else. Because we're tired of hearing it. We're tired of hearing two squawking hens. That's how I worded it. And he basically said, well, what does that make you? The crying kid in the corner? Crying child in the corner? Listening to two parents fighting? And it's like, what? Like, you're actually now attacking me for telling you to go cool down? And I asked him that. I said, like, are you actually, like, you're coming to me and saying that I'm at fault somehow because of me telling you guys to cool down? And he said, yes. Yes, you are. And it's like, well, I'm just trying to tell you guys to start acting a little bit maturely and to walk away from the situation. You know, you're not making it any better. You're just making it worse. Just walk away. That's what I'm suggesting. And now you're attacking me like I'm at fault somehow. And he continued to throw insults at me. And he was like, you've got to be kidding me. Where are we as a society when people are just so irate about some little thing that when someone tries to be the voice of reason, when someone comes in and says, hey, you guys, stop bickering, they start insulting the person who tried to stop them. But I guess it's kind of what I asked for. I could have easily done the same and, you know, walked away from it, not cared about it. You know, it means nothing to me, obviously. But, I don't know, it was just, I thought maybe, if I was the voice of reason that one time, that I could have spared them from embarrassing themselves even more than they already had. Because it's really what it was. It was an embarrassment. They were embarrassing themselves by acting so childish. So, apparently I failed. That's all that I can say about that. But it just got me thinking about maturity and maturity levels and where people will insult other people for no particular reason, and I don't know, something about it. It really bothered me. So, maturity. I think maturity comes in many forms, but I also think that one of the truest forms of maturity is the ability to get upset. You know, you're human. You'll get upset. Everybody gets upset. Everybody gets irate. Everybody gets kind of discouraged, mad, frustrated, whatever other word you want to use. It's the ability to be in that kind of a situation and then be able to walk away from that situation when you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be this mad. There we go. Always forget how to make redstone lamps. Never make enough. I think 17 might actually be exactly enough. There we go. It's the ability to walk away from situations when it's what's the right way to explain this in the way that I see it? I think that if they were mature, they would have been able to see my point of view, that they were acting immaturely and walk away from it. So the problem that I had was that I kind of said, hey, you guys, you know, be mature. The one guy, the guy who you would think was the least mature, the guy who said, you know, the other person was gay, that guy stopped talking. He was the one who said, you know what, you're right. Why am I even bothering with this? He was the voice of reason? Unbelievable. So it definitely speaks volumes. It really does. Makes you really think twice about some of the things that you hear and see. You think that one person's immature turns out to be the other person entirely, or maybe the both. Clearly the both, but I mean, it was just so surprising to me that the one guy who I thought, you know, well, he's just coming to someone's defense. I can see why he's mad. I can see why he's angry. He was the one to start attacking someone else, an innocent party, because of his lack of maturity. And I said to him, like, so you're basically, you choose to be immature in this situation. And his answer was, yes, I choose to be immature in this situation. And it just confused me, you know, that someone could be that way. Oops, I missed one here. How did that happen? Whoops! There we go. Oops, too far. It just goes to show you that sometimes, no matter how much you wish that people around you could be mature, they won't be. They won't be mature. So, I think that's something that we all have to consider when we ourselves strive to be the mature ones, the better man, the better woman, whatever it is. If you want to be the best in the situation, to come out looking the best, you got to be able to really distinguish maturity in other people, and also realize that sometimes, no matter what you do, there will be a person who just isn't mature. And sometimes you can't fix that. You can't fix everybody. Can't change everybody. You know, it's kind of strange for me to say, but the guy had a point, you know. It was his choice to remain immature and ignore what I said and attack me when I was just trying to help. It's his choice. And I fully accept his choice. Strange for me to say, but, you know, I don't actually hold it against him. The fact that he was being immature, it was his choice to be immature. And it was my choice then to completely walk away from the situation. So they left eventually, finally. They left. And the one person says, or another person in the chat says something like, you know, wow, finally they left, you know. You can't fight their logic. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, well, it's teenage logic. It was kind of insulting in itself, a little bit of ageism there. But he was saying, you know, that's the way that they will think. And no matter how much you try to be the voice of reason, you can't be. You just can't be the voice of reason. End of story. Let me look at this here. This is not looking quite as I wanted it to. Maybe I'll try. I'm going kind of based on a picture that was submitted ages and ages ago by Silent VK, as he likes being known as now. Is this plain diorite? Yeah. He drew me up a picture. Well, he didn't draw it up. He built it up in one of the world downloads of this hallway, and I really liked it at that time. That's what gave me the idea for the spruce. Then I put in the lights. I'm thinking maybe actually cutting these lights down, because that looks a little bit weird. Let's just change these. That doesn't look too bad, actually. Honestly. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I might just continue that. Oops. There we go. Yeah, that won't look too bad using these kinds of blocks as opposed to these kinds. And it's better than just using the standard, you know, stone brick, those kinds of things. That gets old, I think. But yes, I'm definitely going to cut out the amount of lights I have here. Maybe like, let's see here. 1. Oh, give me that back. 2. And then a light. It doesn't get too dark here, does it? Light. 0. What? That can't be right. 0? Huh? Oh, because it's a half slab I'm standing on. 10. I will assume that it's like 9 there, maybe 9 or 8. So yeah, I can skip every second block. And then I'll just put spruce, light, spruce, and a light, spruce. I'm missing some. They're not that expensive to make, so I'll just ditch them down there. Light, more spruce. I got loads of glowstone anyway. Grab them when I can. Light, spruce, and light, and spruce, light. And that worked perfectly. Okay. And that'll look a little bit better. A little bit more spaced out on the lighting. And I'm going to have lighting like in between there too. Yeah, that'll look way better. Yeah. Very good. I guess I could always do something like put these in between as well instead of spruce. That doesn't look bad, actually. The spruce log with the stone block in between. The diorite blocks. Those look not bad, but kind of not really the best for this look. I think what I'll need to do is just, like I had before, spruce in between. And that'll fix it up. That'll finish it up. Alright. So where did I want to go with this maturity conversation? It's just kind of to tell you guys, I think that we all have moments where we act immaturely, especially when it comes to arguments, problems, discussions, the like. It's like I even said, you know, I could have been a little bit more vulgar in how I reacted to the whole thing, telling them to just shut up instead of as politely as I would have put it. And I probably would have been in the wrong for doing something like that. Because, you know, that would be kind of a little bit immature of me. We all have moments when we're that immature. But it wasn't the fact that he was being immature. Everybody gets immature from time to time. It was the act of acknowledging when you're being immature and continuing to be immature. There's a fine line between sanity and insanity. Being crazy and being, you know, very sane. You know, how do you distinguish the idiot? It's when the idiot knows he's wrong and continues to do wrong. Right? It's kind of something that I wanted to try to convey with this whole conversation is, you know, being immature is one thing. I think that actually being immature can be a very good thing for us. You know, it's always nice to act less than your age sometimes. You know, it's fun. It's like living life when you can act a younger age, act naive, act immature. You know? It's fun. It's just something about being immature that makes it fun. But when you're insulting and you continue to do so, that doesn't show immaturity, that shows idiocy, I think. So, that's, I guess, all I wanted to talk about. You know, I'm not saying, though, that when you have an argument, you should back down from that argument if someone says that you're being immature and you really do believe in some kind of argument. I think we are all able to distinguish the difference. I hope so, anyway. But, yeah. You can be immature all you want. Even in arguments, to a point. But when it's time to cool down, when it's time to cool your head, when you've been proven wrong, when you know you're wrong, when someone's trying to help you and be the voice of reason, don't be an idiot. So that's all that I wanted to say today. I'm going to probably try to continue to work on the donor tunnel hall thingy mabob. If you do have the world loaded up, you can try your hand at making this tunnel look kind of interesting as well, and I'd love to see your designs. I have some ideas of maybe doing some kind of like colored arches in here. Would be kind of cool looking. It would almost look really good if it was like rainbow colored dyes going down. This isn't winds based though, rainbows and stuff. So I might think twice about that, but it would kind of look cool if it was almost like dropper map-esque, where you look down and it just like different colors, and I don't know. That would kind of look cool to me. So I'll think about that as well. And kind of just keep working on it, because I want to get this done for the next world download thing, if we're going to have a world download. Like I think I've discussed, we're trying to find a different solution for world downloads, because they're getting really, really, really large now. So maybe the next world server that you guys can join to. We'll see. We'll see. Die. We shall see. But in any case, thank you again to those who donated today. Thank you, Jordy, for your $50, and thank you to Austin. Oh no, wait, not Austin. Anthony. Why did I say Austin? Anthony, for your $2. Thank you so much. Donation link is in the description below, as you guys very well know. And like this video, comment below, do all those other awesome things that people do. We'll see you next time on TimeShot, where hopefully I'll have a kind of a more cohesive discussion. I think this one was kind of like on the spot. I didn't really have anything to talk about. I knew that I wanted to talk about maturity, but I didn't know where I was going to go with it. Kind of went way in circles so many times. I apologize, but that's where you guys come in. Make your comments below. Tell me what you guys think about maturity, what your opinions of maturity are, whether you agree with the fact that I think that you can be mature, you can be immature sometimes, you can be mature sometimes. It's up to you. You gotta have to balance it, and don't cross that line into idiot. You know, you be immature, but don't be an idiot. Quote, Poet 2015. Anyway, we'll be seeing ya. Bye-bye.
It kind of looks like it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I never noticed that the legs are actually.
Okay, let's all jump at the same time. 3.
Is everyone
2,
recording that wants to be
1.
recording?
Jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something wrong with our body? We're spring loaded or something.
Okay.
Yeah, let's find her and then move all together in position.
Right. Okay.
This is gonna be
Shall
tough
we just
to
like?
move, though.
Shall we just line up like a run to do, so we can like slowly walk towards her?
I'll follow the pants.
It's gonna be hard. I'm
Ooh.
following the helmet. Oh, there she is. Let's move together. Can we do that?
Where'd she go? I lost her. Oh, she's over there.
He's over there.
Okay, yeah.
Who's the head again?
Stay in the flowers. Stay in the
I got
flowers.
Stand in the area where.
Stand
Right
in
here.
the flowers.
Where's
stand in
our
the-
buddy?
Where's our chess piece?
I'm okay. There we are.
paying attention.
Let's wait.
Does she notice
Does
it or not?
she
This
see us?
is
We move slowly
amazing.
up. He doesn't
How
see
is
us.
she oblivious? Okay.
This is happening.
She has no idea. Is the chat saying anything?
Hey, come back in position.
Okay.
Right. Shall we scatter on through?
3, 2, 1.
Go!
This is ridiculous. Now she's probably. Oh, she's cracking up.
Stand again in the center.
Okay.
Where's Poet? We lost the shoes.
Move up. We need
The boots ran away. There.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous.
This is so nice.
It's amazing. Oops. I noticed I was holding roses.
You can hold 4 different things too.
Yeah.
Each holds something else.
Don't walk away, my buddy.
The milk bucket looks like it's on the ground almost. In F5 at least.
Weird.
Looks really strange.